Today we have Jessica from the States, and many of us they know her as TheCoderCoder. I really love that nickname. How are you, Jessica?
Yeah, I'm good. Thanks so much for having me. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to talk, and I think this is the perfect time for this interview because Jessica just reached 100 of thousands of subscribers on YouTube. So, have you received your silver button yet, or just not?
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you ever received that or not?
I have not received it yet. I think I talked to the support people at Google, so
Mhm.
they are they have to
Yeah.
sort of check my
Yes.
channel, make sure I'm not doing
Yeah.
anything sketchy, and then hopefully I'll
So,
get it at some
yeah.
point.
Yeah, sorry. So almost perfect timing because, for example, this happened. For example, this happened with Costa Card that he has just received that, and he made the very
Right.
first video with this. But yeah, Jessica, yeah, welcome here. I'm doing this kind of
Thanks.
interviews to talk with developers, also know a little bit more about yourself. So can you talk a little bit about yourself? How did you become a developer? What are you also doing now? Let's start from the beginning, and there we go. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So I run the channel TheCoderCoder. I also have like a blog and social stuff. Basically, I teach people how to code, like beginner web developer stuff, mostly front end. But I've been a professional web developer for like 8 years now. Um, and I kind of fell into web development. I didn't major in computer science or anything like that, but I did always like working with computers growing up. Um, like
Yeah.
Zanga, like I would customize my theme on Zanga. And I taught myself very basic HTML and CSS when I was younger, just because I really liked, the idea of building something from code, and then you could see it on the internet. So that's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah, and for example, I've seen one of your videos on your channel, which is about your story, and that's very
Mhm.
great, very great. We will link that in the description. I don't know
Yeah.
how much time, that it takes to create that, but so this is also a little bit about you, also, yeah, other stuff, medicine. I can remember something about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, it has been a really great journey. Yeah. So thank you, Jessica. Yeah, so I'd like to talk about content creation because this is my favorite topic. I'm kind of new
Yeah.
at this. I've used this year to start creating content for others. So yeah, let's say that I'm kind of new on this. Let's say that I'm switched my mind a little bit from just consuming reading and watching tutorials on YouTube, endless tutorials on YouTube, from start some articles and that. So yeah, so how has been your path as a content creator? How have you started? What are you doing now?
Yeah. I actually starting just a blog because that was kind of what I was most familiar with at the beginning. And, creating a video takes a lot of work. So it just wasn't something that I had any experience with. So I started out with a blog making, tutorial articles and things like that. And then I also got into Instagram for some strange reason. Not sure why. But I already had a personal Instagram. So seeing that there was actually a lot of developers on Instagram, and it seemed like there was a pretty friendly, supportive, kind of tight knit community there. That kind of made me interested in it, and it's been a pretty cool experience just meeting people just through Instagram, which is kind of funny to say, but maybe it's more common nowadays. And then I got into YouTube a little bit later on. I will say that I have a very unfair advantage in that my husband's a professional videographer and animator. So as much experience as I've had with coding, he's had that much experience and more with video. So that's how
Yeah,
I can
yeah,
get these
yeah,
crazy
yeah.
animations.
Yeah, I'd like to have him here because I've not seen him, but I've seen him by his how he works, and this is kind of incredible. Let's say this. I don't know if
It is.
that's enough. Yeah, sometimes I watch some videos and I say, oh, maybe this has been hard to do. But when I seen, for example, your that 6 7 minute video, I was like shocked for like this. And
Yeah.
yeah, so yeah,
I mean, I
so
will say that even though obviously high production quality like animations can help, I do think that you don't need to have that to have a successful YouTube channel as long as, your teaching is good for people and, each video is kind of about something specific and you kind of
yeah.
either answer some kind of question or help people solve a problem, then I think, you don't need to have crazy, 3D animations or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's just
yeah,
about the
yeah.
content.
But yeah, this is what maybe can help you, maybe just a little bit. But yeah, I've
For sure.
seen, for example, can we talk about your last video, which is that's 16 hours with time lapse.
Oh yeah,
Can you talk about that, for example?
for
Because
sure.
this is, I've seen that this was being really, yeah,
Yeah,
interesting.
thanks. So that video is basically, if you haven't seen it, it's a 20-minute long video, but it covers about 16 hours of footage of me just building a website. So you see the code on the left side and then the sort of resulting website on the right side, and you can kind of see it grow as I'm building.
Yeah, I like
So
that.
it was
I
just,
like that.
yeah, it was pretty, it was, I guess, easy in some ways to make. It was easy to collect the footage because I just kind of screencast it every time I was building the website. I did have to take some time in Adobe Premiere to turn that into an actual time lapse where it's sort of stop motion effect. So that took some time. And then on top of that, I decided to, after asking people on Twitter, I recorded kind of a overview of what I'm doing every step of the way during the video, just so it's not just people watching me code for 20 minutes, just so there's some context to that.
Yeah, yeah, and I
Yeah.
think yeah, this is one of the best ways, for example, also for you because you are showing what you're doing, and then also for people, as you say, they really loved. Yeah, I was like stick on the screen because I really wanted to see the the site grow. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes yeah, I think about time lapses with clouds, for example. I'm
Yeah.
talking about the real clouds, and that's great. And it has been almost the same with that video, so you can really see that grow. And I think I also think that also if that's not perfect, sometimes you change your mind. This is also very
Hmm.
beautiful, yeah, in a time lapse to see that there is something then you change. So yeah, I think I really like this style, very straightforward, but this can
Hmm.
have a really great impact. Yeah, yeah, if you can do this, yeah, it's really great. Yeah, and yeah, and now another question, Jessica.
Sure.
What about your very first video on YouTube? How is it? Do you remember that or not?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's still on
I've
my
not.
channel. I left it up there. It
Yeah,
was like how to make a super simple HTML website, which also my husband did help out with that. So there's some like nice animation. But I definitely, from since then till now, I think my audio quality has probably gotten better. I think also just getting used to speaking, like in a video, walking through things and explaining things, I've gotten better. And that's just been through practice. So it's always funny to go back to your old videos and just see how cringeworthy they are compared to now.
yeah,
So
I can understand this pretty well because, for example, the very first videos, it was like a 3 minutes. I was super nervous about that. Then, for example, also by doing this, now I'm getting maybe just a little bit better. I'm happy for that. I'm receiving some
yeah.
compliments sometimes, so I'm really happy about that. But it's really about practice. I'll keep repeating this because I still got some messages. How can I get better? Speaking in English, doing tutorials. So that's it. Yeah, in my opinion, there is no secret. There is no
Yeah.
magic. Yeah, sadly, that's it. It's a path you need to take that. Yeah, do this something. Yeah, every day. So
And
yeah,
you're doing the YouTube, you're doing a challenge of like making a video per day. Like how's that, has that been a pretty good
yeah,
experience for you?
yeah. It's incredible. It's incredible because I was doing some videos, but yeah, in the beginning it took me like weeks to make maybe a 3 minutes video. I was really
Hmm.
not happy with my pronunciation. I'm still not happy, but before it was really a problem for me. So I
Hmm.
kept repeating, tried 20 times, 50 times because I was never happy. Yeah, and now, example, I started doing this. Publish today my 85th video, so I'm almost there.
Wow.
Almost there, but beside that, I'm really happy because I really feel that I have improved. For example, now
That's awesome.
I'm still trying to do this. For example, now I'm testing some lights behind some blue lights. I've never done some videos with some colored lights. This is the very first one.
Yeah.
Yeah, so sorry for that. This maybe they cannot be good, perfect, but yeah, limited
No
time.
worries.
Yeah, but yeah, that's it. It's really a journey. You really should, in my opinion, you should really enjoy this. Also, do what you like. Choose a topic if you want to explain also what you are learning, because if we teach something, we are also learning that.
For
So
sure.
yeah, Yeah. So this is what I'm doing. Yeah, and that's it. Yeah. Yeah.
That's
So
great.
yeah. Yeah. So I think so. You have started like blogging and videos. Is there any other other type of content that you would like, for example, to create? I don't know, this year. Do you have some plan for this year? Would you like to do something special?
Yeah, I mean, aside from just sort of keeping up with regular content on YouTube and socials, like I'm also building a course right now. It's called Responsive Design for Beginners. So it's for people who, let's say, you know, basic HTML, CSS, and maybe a little bit of JavaScript optionally. I'll show you in the course how to build a complete website from scratch, which is the same website that I had in my time lapse video. So I think it's a good skill to have, and hopefully I can help a lot of people with it.
Yeah, but yeah, yeah. Thank you. Is this your first course, or have you ever published a course?
Um, I have another course on Gulp, but I
Mhm.
didn't really do very much promotion or marketing for it. It's still like pretty good. I think it might be due for an upgrade maybe later this year or next year. But yeah, I didn't do too much on that. Trying to market this one a lot more just by sharing my progress on it on Twitter and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah. For example,
Yeah, it'll be my first big one.
yeah, thank you. Yeah, for example, I need to plan a little bit that because I've had
Mhm.
here people that maybe have tried to write a book, create a course, and I know that it takes a lot of time. So before doing this, also I need to plan that. For example, now I'm doing some experiments on YouTube. Before that, maybe next year for me, I don't know.
Cool.
Yeah, of course. So for sure, you have more experience about that. But yeah, I know that it can take a lot of time, maybe more than people can think, maybe. Yeah. So
Definitely.
yeah, yeah. So yeah. So good luck with that. Yeah. Yeah. What about Twitter? Because for example, I think that you're maybe an exception because usually I hunt for people on Twitter when I need to interview someone. But yeah, maybe we know. Yeah, I know you, but your YouTube channel. So you just started with Instagram and then YouTube. So this is kind of strange, maybe. And now you are
Yeah,
also on Twitter.
I am on Twitter now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was mostly Instagram at the beginning.
Yeah, yeah. And how has been your experience, for example, on Twitter? Do you like that the people that you
Yeah.
have? Yeah. Do you like, for example, I don't know, do you like to use Twitter for something special or not? Just to to show yourself videos.
Yeah. Primarily, I think for me at least, any kind of social media usage, it's always you have to. I'm trying to make sure I don't get too addicted to it because it's so easy to swipe down, you know, all day long. So I'm trying to kind of limit my usage on social media. So I mostly just post stuff on my own Twitter. I will sort of follow and reply to other people's Twitter accounts too. But yeah, it's kind of like an ongoing battle.
Yeah.
But I think it's great to see all other devs on Twitter.
Exactly, yeah, exactly. And I'm also doing these kind of interviews because at least I don't stay on Twitter while I do these interviews.
All
I don't
right.
chat because I was maybe I still a little bit addicted to that. But then at least when I make videos, when I edit videos, at least I close. Yeah. And for example,
Yeah,
I've
for
discovered,
sure.
for example, I recorded myself for the first time last week doing a time lapse. I was just trying with
Cool.
something with Unity, for example, just some minutes, some 30 minutes. And for example, I discovered that if you record yourself, while you are coding, at least in that
Mm,
moment, you stop using socials. You stop
that's
maybe
true.
to do that. So this can be good. For example, I discovered
Yeah.
this. This really helped me because I'm always looking for something to stay a little bit away sometimes. But yeah, and then, yeah. So and I think there is because, for example, making videos, I had a lot of people that told me, yeah, you will need a lot of time, and yeah, but if you don't try that, I think that you can't understand. Maybe you need to try that because, for example,
For
yeah,
sure.
I don't know. Do you have some experience to sharing? For example, some editing. For example, it happened to me that I edited for 10 hours, and I didn't like the video, and I started over again the day after. It's maybe I don't know if you can relate, but yeah, yeah. So it's been some experience with some videos. Can you remember? Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
for sure. I
um,
mean, I think there's one time that I was recording a video of some sort. I don't remember exactly what it was, but afterwards I found out that like my microphone was not actually recording because yeah, it was like going through this virtual mixer and the mixer had sort of stopped working. So it had to be restarted. In the meantime, I'd recorded this video and so no audio was with it. So obviously I had to like re-record the whole thing. So it's pretty frustrating, but I mean, I think it happens to everybody at some point, right?
Yeah, yeah, and of course that was a perfect shot, a perfect. Yeah, it was the
Right.
perfect recording. Yeah, I'm pretty sure about that. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, so thank you, Jessica. Yeah, so can you talk about, for example, when you make a video, for example, because I've seen that your husband also helps you. For example, how is your some process of, for example, how you do some video? So can you explain
Yeah.
how he has done? Because it's really interesting, I think, for the people watching. Yeah.
For sure. I would say right now I have sort of two types of videos. So one is like for example, like the time lapse thing. So it's like a coding tutorial where I'm building something and I'm just kind of recording myself live coding it. And I do edit it afterwards. And that's something that I just kind of right now do myself without my husband doing fancy stuff. But what we're trying to figure out right now is how to move forward creating maybe other types of videos that aren't just live coding. So, for example, there's a recent video about the rubber duck debugging method, which it's a pretty short video. I think it's only 3 minutes long, but we started out with a kind of more traditional video script writing. So, for example, my husband wrote the actual script of everything I said in the video, and then he recorded myself reading through the script, and then he, on top of that, animated. He did like some green screen stuff to make it animated. So kind of following have an idea, you write in a script, you read the exact script. You're not really ad-libbing or anything. And then you kind of produce and edit the video to get the final product. So we're going to try to do, I think, some more of those types of videos in addition to like the classic tutorial ones.
Yeah, yeah, for example, this is very interesting. I really like this collaboration, yeah, with people. With your husbands, maybe it's perfect. I don't know, but I think, I think that this can be useful. Yeah, also, yeah, to create something different, because I think that sometimes when you try to teach coding, we need to try maybe something more interesting, some funny. So you are really the perfect example for this, in my opinion, because sometimes it's hard because, for example, I've done some live streams, some tutorials. You need to keep maybe the audience just a little bit, to keep the attention. But this can be, this is a must for us because we are teaching things, sharing knowledge. We are not like gaming. Gaming. It's gaming.
Right.
It's different because it's different. You just you can just relax. It's a different way of communication. We are trying to maybe to help some people, as you said, maybe to get a job. It's a different style. So what are you doing? I think it's really. I mean, I think an example maybe of people also that are creating content. So I think that you are also inspiring people that are creating content to what you do. This is what I think. Also me, because sometimes I watch some of them, and this can be useful maybe for them that are creating.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's always good to sort of look at what other people are doing. And, I do the same thing myself just to see like, oh, like this video, they did this like interesting thing or this storytelling method. And it's always good to try to learn from just other channels and other people around you. So I think it's part of just making videos.
Thank you, Jessica. What about collaboration? So have you ever done some collaboration? I can't remember now if you have done some videos, some lives with some people.
I was, let's see, I think Coding Phase did like basically like a conference live chat video on his channel. So it was me and like a bunch of other developers just discussing different topics in web development. And it was a really fun, interesting conversation. So that was pretty cool. I also did a collaboration video with William Candion. He does React Native animations, I believe. and we did a CSS battle thing. So that was
Yeah,
really fun.
yeah. I think maybe I can remember that. I can't remember. Maybe some months ago, some weeks ago, some months ago.
Yeah,
But
it was
yeah,
maybe a month ago.
yeah, I really like these
That was
CSS
fun.
battles. Yeah, I've seen some. Yeah, I've seen one of today of Adrian Twarog. Yeah, with another YouTuber. Yeah, I think this can be interesting, maybe to watch for audience. Yeah, I think
Yeah,
this
they're
could be.
always fun.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, are you looking, for example, do you have, for example, looking for some collaborations in the future? So maybe you want to go, for example, to some webinar, some presentation. Do you have something in the future, or not for now?
I mean, I'm open to doing collabs with like other, dev YouTubers and stuff. Right now, I will say I'm trying to focus on just finishing my course, but hopefully more in the future. As far as like doing talks at conferences or webinars, I'm open to that, but I'm not really necessarily seeking that out. I think I'm just kind of happy just with my own channel and creating videos and helping people that way. But
Yeah, yeah.
I'll never say never. You never know.
Yeah, yeah. For example, I started doing a webinar, and then I have
Cool.
really started, doing also this kind of interviews. This gonna also maybe can help maybe for some new people. So maybe this can
That's
be
true.
also useful. Yeah, I think this can really be useful. Maybe then give that little push, maybe to get started doing something. Though. So I also recommend, for example, doing this to some who is really maybe new to this kind of stuff, this kind of video stuff. I can understand maybe in the beginning, it maybe can be you can be maybe a little bit shy, you can have some problems, but yeah. So thank you so much, Jessica. Yeah. So where can we find you? So what do you say? Where can we find you if we want to contact you?
Yeah. Well, of course, you can find me on my YouTube channel, TheCoderCoder. I'm also on Twitter and Instagram, and my handle is @TheCoderCoder. And then my website is coder-coder.com. So those are the places you can find me.
Yeah, so there's a lot of coder out there, but it's so easy. It's easy to remember. It's way more easier, for example, for names. So it's really I really love this really simple and super powerful idea.
That was the hope. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Yeah, so thank you, Jessica, so much. Would you like, for example, to leave a final message maybe to some people, because I also doing this kind of stuff maybe so for young people maybe that are looking for something, maybe a little bit help, especially for example for some very new content creator. For example, I think this could be really a great year if you want to get started with that. We are in this let's say sad this situation, but this can also be an opportunity. So what can you say to them? Can you help me?
Yeah, I mean, I know that a lot of developers are trying to get into content creation, and I think it's an awesome thing. I think if you're starting out, try to think of the specific audience that you want to reach. For example, my audience is beginner web developers, mostly front end. And I think you don't have to, but I personally think that you will have more success if you do niche down. So it could be, just Python stuff or Rails or whatever it is. So I think just pick your niche and then be consistent in creating content, and you'll learn as you go. You'll get better over time with every video that you make.
Yeah, thank you. And I totally agree with this because I think this is a so big word that maybe sometimes we are a bit lost. If we try to do everything, this has been also my mistake in the beginning. I tried maybe to learn every JavaScript framework, everything. Sometimes it's hard. Maybe you just need to reduce. I really felt better. For example, when I've decided, okay, I will not go further on this technology. It's really a relief sometimes. And you decide maybe to focus on something and also to teach that. Because and also that there is room for everyone. And also I keep repeating that there's not the competition. If you want to start creating some videos, maybe it's better because you can also collaborate with people that you like.
Exactly.
So we are not selling smartphones. We're not selling blenders. We are here, to share knowledge with people. And so this can also be super good. And also one last thing, I also think that, for example, when I started creating a YouTube channel, I started to like and comment way more and subscribe to way more channels. So I think this can also be good for the people who are already doing this. So
yeah, definitely.
So this is what I think. So yeah, Jessica, thank you again. Thank
Yeah.
you. Yeah, have a great year. Yeah, I want to see that silver button as soon as possible. I
Yep.
go
Yeah.
check that. I don't know if yeah, just the last question. Do you plan to? Are you planning something for that, or you don't have an idea? Are you planning something or not?
Yeah. I'm trying to, I guess today actually, going to make a video on the 100K thing and just basically answering frequently asked questions. So I posted on my YouTube community and Twitter and Instagram any questions you have about my channel or web development. So I'll be answering some of those in the video, which should be coming out in maybe a week or two. So it should be good.
And you're already at 100 key and 3, so something like that. There are already 400
Wow.
more. So maybe you reach 1 million soon. I think.
We'll see.
Yeah, it can be. Yeah. So yeah,
Thanks so much for having me, Francesco.
Yeah, thank you so much. It's been a really super relaxing, chilling, conversation. Really looking. Yeah, I was really looking forward for this. So thank you so much,
Awesome.
Jessica. Yeah, bye bye.
Thanks.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.